Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers, and this morning I'm looking at a very interesting book which is exciting at a time where the membership of the European Union is in such an interesting state of play. This book is from Edward Elgar Publishing, who are an independent publishers of a very interesting, quite often works by a number of contributors, all sort of linked together as essays, and that's what this one's all about. It's called The Treaty of Lisbon and the Future of European Law and Policy, and it's edited by Martin Trybus and Luca Rubini. This is the book here, nice picture on the front. There's the actual spine, and that's the back, so you can see what is being said. The book itself is, as I say, a series of contributions, effectively. That's the index. There's a detailed index, and then you've got the bibliography, which again is very substantial at the back there. And then you've got the various chapters. Now, what you have here is you do have, where appropriate, paragraph numbering at the sides to find things, and you've also got useful footnotes, which you can probably see there as well. At the front of the book, you have the list of contributors, which are large and varied, and they've all come together to put points of view forward about the way in which the Lisbon Treaty has gone. That's part one, the front there, and then you can see the various other parts, the 6 parts that are covered. And you've also got tables of legislation, and as I say, the book itself has the normal structure of nice, right at the beginning, a starting off point about the way in which the subject matter is going, and then right at the end you have a conclusion, which is a reasonably good thought. What I do think is quite helpful about this is the very useful preface which is given by Gisela Stewart, who has been involved for some considerable time. She does a preface on the European Union and the rule of law, and it's well worth reading that before you start the book itself. Now, what have we said about this book? We've given it a title, After Lisbon, Perspectives on Law and Governance of the EU. And the question we have to say is, what are the powers held by the European Union post-Lisbon? What are the innovations the treaty implements or attempts to implement, and what are its shortcomings? So whatever your own answers might be, not to mention your multitude of questions, you will find much to think about and discuss in the pages of this book. And of special interest to specialist EU lawyers, academics, graduate students and theorists within the EU as well as outside. The book is a compilation of learned articles and essays from no less than 25 contributors. Many legal scholars and academics from the European Union itself have been involved, and we've given a list of them in our written review. As I've said, what is noteworthy is Gisela Stewart's preface. She's the MP for Edgbaston, Birmingham, and was one of 13 people who drafted the Constitutional Treaty. And she offers a few trenchant words on the distinction that needs to be drawn between Europe, a geographical and historic entity, and the European Union, which is a post-World War II construct of currently 27 nation states. And her remarks include the observation that democratic checks and balances are missing in the Union, and I think that's one of the big areas where there are still considerable controversies. As you will no doubt have now concluded, the book is a mine of considered, diverse, learned and often contrary and controversial insights and opinions from leading experts in EU law. One of the main themes throughout is that because of the Lisbon Treaty's shortcomings, another major treaty will be inevitable in future. There's, as I say, a good index. It's an excellent book. I'm very grateful to all the people involved in this, because this is a very serious debate, and it's one that I would imagine will very much feature in the British general election whenever that comes. And I just indicate I'm recording this in the middle of 2012. Thank you very much for listening. Bye bye.